Hello everybody, my name is Miguel, welcome back to Lucid9. Alright. New recording session because I'm wearing a red t-shirt. Back now straight to the game. Some shit's about to go down as Rui was getting off me because I was carrying her. In a clever attempt just to have me carry her with her lazy ass. Misaki comes around and as I said, Yamami said the same thing. This should be interesting. Dots. It is you. How long has it been? You saw me yesterday, didn't you? You should have said hello. Dots. She's honestly not gonna say anything, Rui. I was speaking with Yama yesterday about Patter. I was wondering if you'd like to create an account so we can keep... But Rui, after simply staring at her in silence, breezes away without a word. She leaves Misaki still grinning, holding up her phone with a half-formed sentence spilling out of her mouth. In touch. Rui? But Rui doesn't stop. She keeps marching, right through the doors of the classroom building. Misaki blinks for a moment, as if the gears in her brain have suddenly ground to a halt. Morning. Yes. Good morning. Is everything alright? She's not sick, is she? No. Then why did she act that way? Girl drama. Didn't sign up for this. Now the two people who should be my best friends are ignoring each other. Or at least one is ignoring the other. Beats me. She seems unhappy with you. You should talk to her. Unhappy with me? Why? Like I said, beats me. I see. 1 second, I'll run a quick search. Her thumbs blur over her phone like a whirlwind. I can practically see smoke trailing from the machine. Alright, two girls, one very close, now ignoring or fighting with each other. Oh. I should have expected this. What is it? She's scared, Yama. Scared that I've come to steal you away from her and claim you as my own. Wait, what? How could I be so blind? Of course this might happen. She blushed for a second. She's jealous because I might endanger your friendship or even attempt to seduce you, or thus leave her alone. I think you should stop turning to the internet for everything, Mickey. But she's already in her own little world. Ridiculous, as if I'm actually in love with you. I'll clear this up with her as soon as possible. Gee, thanks for shattering my manly ego, Misaki. Maybe if they actually can get a decent conversation together, the sacrifice will be worth it. I can only sigh as I follow a mumbling Misaki to class. I go on a long trek through the city with a 115-pound weight on my back, and this is what I get for it. Maybe I should have just made Rui walk on her own. She certainly seemed fine by the time we ran into Mickey. Wait a minute. She certainly seemed fine? Rui walked to her classroom without a problem. Didn't she just sprain her ankle? Badly? So badly that she needed to be carried? Actually, when I take a step back, everything's just downright fishy. A seemingly random detour to the main street. By the way, if you guys hear, since there's no background noise of the game, if you guys happen to hear any random noises of someone hammering some shit, I apologize for that. I got my housemates doing some, I don't know what they're doing. And I have pizza on the way, so this should be good. So, moving on. A seemingly random detour to the main street. A seemingly random make-believe running sequence. A seemingly unavoidable bridal style ride. All the pieces fall into place. Looks like I'll need to visit a certain blonde-haired troublemaker during lunch break. Hello. I don't recognize you. Is that Rui? Isn't that Rui's friend? I reckon. We'll see. Let's see. A certain Akira Karube. think I've seen her before. Classes get off to a dreary start. Yahiko naps through math. I almost follow suit. The teacher's voice is hypnotic and not in a good way. Elizabeth glares at me through English, probably because the teacher had me recite some Edgar Allan Poe and I found it so stupid that I didn't even try to get the accent right. Sorry, Your Highness, that we're all all bilingual like your perfect self. Then it's world history. Our teacher arrives in camouflage getup, proudly waving Isimu's city flag and screaming at the top of his lungs. Okay, maggots, listen up. You think school's easy? You think this'll be a cakewalk? Well, you're right, because this blessed place has got soft. That's the teacher voice. I'm assuming it's a dude, not a female. Anyway, back in my day, we didn't have no study aids. Textbooks, we had to write them ourselves. Upside down, uphill, in the snow, both ways. While my peers seem petrified, I only smile amusedly. If only all classes were like this. None of you have any excuse to get less than a 90 on your test, brother. So help me, if I see a single 80, I'll give you a taste of the old days, brother. A good old headlock, oh yeah. 7 minutes in and it's already a good start for me. Yahiko is sliding beneath his desk as if he wants to melt into the chair. The old days. The teacher's eyes flare with delight as if he was waiting to be asked. That's right, them old days. They string us up by our ankles over a pit of hungry lions. Yahiko squeaks and buries himself under the desk. Do lions even exist in Japan? Alright, maggots, let's get this party started. The teacher thrusts a heavy finger at the board, sending the tests to each of our desks. You've got till 11:25, sissies, then it's judgment day. With that, he flops on his chair, props his feet on the tabletop, and stuffs his face into a ragged newspaper. I give the test a once-over. I should have studied more, but maybe I can bluff the right answers. What was Europe's raid colonization of Africa after... Sorry? Okay. What was Europe's raid colonization of Africa after 1880 driven by? Heavy demand for workers in European factories, raw materials, strategic advantage, new markets? Raid colonization of Africa after driven by. I'll go over that one. What does the ancient yin-yang Chinese symbol represent? The Zen concept of unity and artistic expression. The theory that everything is opposite but complementary. Dualism is in which everything is a conflict and unresolvable. The Zen concept of unity? I think that's what it does. This is just Yama trying to guess. With the correct chronological order of at least 3 current world religions. Chronological order of at least 3 current world religions. Chronological order. Islam, Christianity, Buddhism? I'm gonna go with that. I may be stupid too, but I'm just for the sake of Yama trying to just guess out. You know, I am no good at history either, so. What was the intention of China's Great Leap Forward? Expel Japanese occupation from Korea. Industrialize China's economy. What European practice did colonial Spanish America's encomienda system emulate? Nepotism? Primogeniture? Manorialism? No, I would just make a guess on that one. Yeah, I really should study more. I glance around the classroom, gauging the reactions of my peers. They range from triumph to utter despair. Surprisingly, Yahiko is the fastest writer of them all, trumping even Elizabeth. Out of curiosity, I steal a peek at his test. Name. Calling people names is rude. Date. I'm not dating anyone right now. List several ways the Russians prepared for the Cold War. They wore really big coats and took medicine every 6 hours. Describe how Hitler gained influence in Germany. They produced a lot of chocolate until they were the biggest candy factory in Asia. Is he for real? That's my question exactly. My reaction exactly. What major event incited the Japanese capitulation during World War II? The nuclear bomb. Oh, fuck. Oh, he almost got this one right. Yahiko, time for sign language. Your answer on question 3 is wrong. He grins and shoots me a thumbs up. What major event inside of the Japanese capitulation during World War II? The Rego movie premiere? He raises his eyebrow at me. How's this? I nod encouragingly. Now all his answers will look dumb. That's more consistent. I return to my exam. The last question that remains is a long essay. Elaborate on one of the following historical themes with at least 3 specific examples from covered material. 1. Subjugation of humanity. 2. Economic inequality, wealth disparity. 3. Role of religion in society. Well, this'll be easy. I select the first option and start rambling about how everyone sucks and is unbelievably power hungry. It's the easiest essay I've ever written. I finish with plenty of time to spare. After I hand in my test, I take a moment to evaluate my surroundings. Oh, Yahiko's reached the essay. Perfect. He selected the second option, the economic gap between wealthy and poor. Let's take a look. I believe that the solution to all the conflicts and stuff between rich people and poor people is that they should try to understand each other. Like, rich people need to realize the hardships of the poor and try to do something about it. And the poor need to understand that not all rich people are the same. That's all he pens before he turns in his test. He completely missed the point of the question, but that was an unusually sober answer considering he's, well, Yahiko. Rid of my entertainment, I stare into space and think about nothing as classes continue on. When the lunch bell rings, everything seems to happen at once. Misaki leaps to her feet, snatches up her backpack, and storms to the classroom door. I hurriedly tap her on the shoulder. Where are you off to? To track down Rui, of course? Oh, that's her saying that. To track down Rui, of course. You sound like you're stalking prey. Who says I'm not? And obviously, with no intention of slowing down, she barrels out of the room with a single purpose. And as she does so, a group of girls race into the room, crowding around Elizabeth. Is this you, Elizabeth? You won the art contest? Gosh, is there anything you aren't good at? It's such an amazing painting. You're so cool. Elizabeth smiles at her groupies, unusually gentle. Thank you. She coughs delicately. Sorry, my throat is feeling a bit dry. Oh, stay right there. Stay right here. I'll get some tea for you. Hurry up. Don't keep her waiting. Elizabeth smiles in appreciation as the groupie sprints out of the classroom. The whole display just makes me want to gag. Then Masato comes roaring in. I cringe, expecting yet another sales pitch for the track team, but he crashes past me, grabbing one of my happiest classmates. You. Who, me? You started a bitter family feud, you ignorant whelp. What? I've never seen you in my life. You mess with my little bro, you mess with me. Come here. Masato seizes the student's ear and drags him into the hallway, leaving a trail of gossiping students in his wake. Weird. I never knew Masato had a little brother. See ya, dude. What? Where are you going? To see applicants for my amazing club, of course. You interested in joining? It's called the Happy Club. Suddenly, I'm very glad that I have other plans. Have fun with that. He only beams. I will. And with that, he promptly disappears. That was oddly hectic for an ordinary school day. Well, at least it's convenient. Now I'm left to my own devices. How am I doing on time? I'm good. Good 7 minutes will do. Alright, Akira, it's time to have a few words with you. I enter the cafeteria with laser focus, searching for the familiar head of blonde hair. I vaguely notice Yahiko gesturing exaggeratedly to a few skeptical students, but I pass over them. After a few minutes of circling the cafeteria, I still haven't caught sight of my intended target. Superoni, Sarge. Supperoni, Sarge. I quickly whoop around and come face to face with the object of my search, a bright-eyed girl bubbling with energy, as demonstrated by her tendency to bounce on the balls of her feet. Hey, Akira. It's been a while, Sarge. I can't help but sigh. I can sense that the ensuing conversation will be a very long and difficult one. My name isn't Sarge. I never said it was. Then why do you keep calling me Sarge? Because Sarge is short for sergeant. No shit. She stops, as if that's an adequate explanation. And I'm hungry, so let's get some food. She skips to the buffet table to swipe her card. This girl. It's impossible to get a straight answer out of her. Akira is an interesting case. She and Rui joined Drama Club last year, and that's how they became friends. Or so they claim. It didn't take long for them to become close, and this year they're roaming together. Akira. Well, if I had to describe her, I'd say she's free-spirited. Doing her own thing. Off in her own world. She doesn't really associate with us much, just Rui. She's a bit eccentric, though. I suppose in a refreshing way. I suppose. When we've gotten our food, Akira makes her way to an obscure corner of the cafeteria and digs through her bag, pulling out a green and white plaid blanket with a flourish. I present to you Annette Diana Hellison, the X is 10, V is 6, 7, the 17. I crane my neck, trying to peek into her bag. Where? Here. She shakes the blanket. The blanket. Oh, don't be rude. How would you feel if Annette Diana Hellison 17th called you the human of all time? Use her name. Her face. I'm not going through all that effort just to spare the feelings of an inanimate object. She frowns at me, but gently lays the blanket on the floor. Don't come crying if Annette Diane Hellison 17 exacts retribution on you for the grave insult you just made. I'm sure I'll live. Akira only shrugs and settles on the blanket. A few students in the background send us bewildered glances. Why don't we just sit at a table? Why don't we just sit on the ground? Chairs are meant to be sat on. So's the ground. What? Fine, you sit on the ground, I'll sit at the table. Akira sighs and obligingly stuffs Annette Diana Hellison 17 back into her bag. You know, if Rui and I are like peas in a pod, you're like this awkward leaf that's growing really far down the stem. I see you all the time, but we never actually hung out. That's not really fair. You chose not to hang out with us. You choose not to hang out with us. On second thought, I'm not sure if I'd be able to handle Akira on a daily basis. Aw, Sarge, I never said it was your fault. Right. I gather myself as Akira takes a seat beside me and starts to dig in. The ankle incident. Just ask her about the ankle incident, and this whole nightmare will be over. Something interesting happened today. Did you pretend that you were cross-dressing? You were a cross-dressing duchess? Who told you? What? Guess not. Too bad. That would have definitely been interesting. Most brains have interconnected neurons, but I'm beginning to think that Akira's brain is structured without rhyme or reason. No, Rui tripped and injured her ankle. Oh no! Well, I don't think she actually injured it. She was running around on it just a few minutes later. My hand? Let's move my mouse down here. Yeah, she was running around. Did you carry her? Yeah. Piggyback? Why does that matter? Oh, the healing power of true love. How I envy your bond. You see, love is like antidepressants with herbal infusions. Most of the time, people just get involved so that they feel good, regardless of the actual result. But sometimes, if your bond is truly deep, it can actually physically heal you. Only sometimes, though, like maybe less than 0.0016%. I carried her bridal style, actually. But bridal style? 10 times the healing power. 10 times the bond. Like a covalent bond, or ionic, depending on the prior properties. Her way of thinking is impressive, honestly. I don't even know how she makes these associations. Look, Akira, can you just give me a straight answer? The angle of an answer is irrelevant, since an answer is an abstract concept and therefore is not subject to angles in the first place. Right. Did you have anything to do with Rui pretending to injure her ankle? That's... I plead the 5th. Isn't that American? Oh, right. I plead the 28th. I can only sigh at this. Akira definitely had something to do with it. If past examples are anything to go by, she probably formed an elaborate plan and managed to convince Rui to go along with it. Look, I know Rui's your friend, but stop trying to matchmake us. honestly, it's getting a little annoying. Just like how you pretend that you don't notice Rui's feelings. I take back everything I said about Akira being refreshing. She isn't refreshing at all. She's a meddler. Oh boy. Shit's about to go. As soon as I click, that dramatic music is probably gonna play. Nope. Just the ambiance in the background. Look, it isn't exactly your business. Can you just stay out of it? Oh, but it is my business, more than you might think. That sounds ominous. Still, it'll end up hurting Rui. Do you want that? Why would Rui get hurt? Just let me deal with it, okay? It's already complicated enough. It doesn't have to be. This is just too much trouble. Look, Akira, what you're doing will only end up hurting Rui. If you just want to bug me, that's fine, but leave Rui out of it. I scoop up my dishes and leave the table before she has a chance to speak. Maybe it's rude, but I'm not encouraging any delusional fantasies regarding Rui and me. I head back to the classroom, spending the rest of lunch period half-heartedly studying. Afternoon classes pass by uneventfully. Elizabeth seems to be in a good mood from the praise of her groupies. She completely ignores me instead of hassling me, which is fine because she a bitch anyway. Yahiko is unusually quiet. Even Masaki is all but silent. Wow. From her clouded expression, I guess that her discussion with Rui didn't go too well. When the bell rings, I almost unsettled at how quiet the day was. The lull of the afternoon seems to settle in every crevice of the classroom, bringing a haze of sleep with it. The teacher's voice slips into an indiscernible drone as every student struggles to keep their eyes open for the few remaining minutes of school. Understood. Alright. Homeroom dismissed. Immediately, everyone bolts to their feet, chatting immediately as they make their way out of the classroom. Only the 4th day of school and we're already sick of it. I guess that's 3rd year for you. Oh hey, Masaki, did you see the new episode of Govermaker yesterday? Why, of course! I tuned into the live stream the moment it opened. Oh wow, it's the unexpected BFFs. So the unexpected BFFs, we'll see what they're talking about in the next episode. We'll pick this up in another video. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up. It'll help me a lot. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Share this video with friends, and until next time, see you guys next time. Bye, everyone. They didn't even touch me! Bye. Let's try this again. Come on. It's going. Gotta make some progress. Some progresso. Gotta make some progresso soup. Ugh, I was completely forgot about that. I might want to forgot about that. Swamp cat. Got cat swamp. Wait. Probably won't touch me if I'm here. So let's jump over this.